guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do my makeup when I'm breaking out. So as you can see, I'm having like a little breakout on my chin. I literally just got back from England and all the travel and time zone changing has kind of messed up my skin a little bit. So I want to show you guys what I do when I am breaking out, as I do feel like makeup can either be like your best friend or your worst enemy when you're breaking out, and I want to show you guys how I cover it. So my first number one thing whenever I'm breaking out is the night before. If I have something that evening, is I always like to tan my face. I feel like if I have like a little tan and glow on my face, it kind of takes away from me feeling like, oh, my skin looks really bad and it's all I can think about. And if I have like a little tan too, it just kind of helps. So I like to use this one from Salty Face. This is their tanning water, and this one's really good because it's non-pore clogging, so you're not going to clog up your pores even more and cause more breakouts. So I really recommend investing in like a good face tanning water or tanning mist just to help with confidence when you are breaking out, because I do think a tan massively helps. So I've already prepped my skin with all my skincare, and whenever I'm breaking out, I like to really go heavy with skincare and make sure my skin's really hydrated, because that's going to help with makeup clinging to your skin, and the little dry areas and stuff will be a lot more hydrated, and I think that really helps. So a really good skincare base really helps for this. I used the 3 Rhode products, the glazing milk, the barrier restore cream, and the peptide glazing fluid. So I'm feeling very nice and hydrated and ready to start putting on makeup. The reason I say this is because I remember when I was really young, I think I had kind of just started puberty. I must have been I don't know, 14, 13, however old you are when you start puberty, I don't know. And I was at school and I was having a really bad breakout on my forehead. That's kind of when I first experienced acne of some sort. And I remember I had a few that were pounding. If you guys have had acne, you guys will know those ones that give you a headache. And all I wanted to do was pop this spot because I needed to release some pain. So I went to the bathroom before maths and I was like, okay, I'm gonna attack this spot because I'm in so much pain. So anyway, I'm in the school bathroom and I'm squeezing these spots, and then I immediately am like, oh my god, they're bright red, they look horrible. So I was like, okay, let's pound concealer on them. So I'm pounding concealer on them and powder, and they're still broken, so they're leaking, and it ended up just looking so much worse, and I had a breakdown. I started crying because I was I feel awful, started crying, and I didn't end up going to maths because I was too embarrassed, which was really sad looking back, because it was literally a class with all my friends and I was too embarrassed to go because I was breaking out. So I totally know that feeling of feeling embarrassed of your skin, which is just so silly because I feel so many people experience it, but when it's happening to you, you just can't help but feel that way. So what I very quickly learned from this, and what my dad would always say to me, is less sometimes really is more. And I do feel when you are breaking out, sometimes just less product can look a lot better because you're not adding layers and layers onto something that's already a layer. So that was something I learned during that time of my life of trying to cover up my breakouts for school. So I've just gone in with these 2 contour shades, and I like to start with these. As you can see, these are more of a gray shade and these are more of a bronze shade, and I like to contour first with a gray shade to really create some shadows. So I'm starting off with my contour and just really focusing on my eyes. I then like to go in with this side of the palette, and I like to use this when I'm breaking out instead of an applicator, just because I feel you can get the perfect amount of product instead of just drawing it on with a concealer brush. So I'm going to use this shade first because this is more of like a dark concealer shade, and whenever I'm breaking out I always like to use a more like foundation kind of coloured concealer, just because you don't want to use whatever you're using on your under eyes. That's like very brightening and we do not want to illuminate. So I'm gonna just take some on my finger and dab it on my breakouts. Getting up close here so you can see, like, I'm just doing a really thin layer to start with. I think it's really important to like work in layers with this, and that way it's not gonna look super cakey, which is what I looked like when I was 14 before maths, so I'm traumatized. So you can see like how quickly that just like covers up any redness. This is the HD Skin Palette, and I'm not sure exactly what the name of this one is. Sorry, mine is looking very well loved because it is. It's such a good like makeup product to have if you are new to makeup or not new to makeup and you want to try something new. Like, this has been like a really fun new purchase for me, and it has everything in here. Like, it has these like highlighter shades. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Highlighter shades, contour shades, bronze shades, concealer shades. Has everything, and it is so fun. I feel like a little artist when I'm using it. So for the rest of my face, I'm taking the same concealer shade I was using before, and I'm just buffing it in with a brush. I like to do this because you can like add more where you need it and be really precise. So I'm starting with just around my nose where I have a little bit of redness. And I'm taking the concealer just in between my eyebrows here. And because I'm working in these like light layers, I feel like honestly it doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. Like, I used to just like pack it all on and it just really was not cute. So that's a good little hack for covering up breakouts. And then I'm gonna mix together these two shades for my under eyes just because it's a little bit brighter. I like to sweep upwards like this to create like a lift in my face. So I think like, especially being like a creator and like a model as my job, it's definitely been something that I think has affected me more than I would think. And like, if I am like breaking out, like I remember last year I was having really quite bad breakouts. It was just so all consuming, and like I ended up just never wanting to film anything because I felt so unconfident. And like, even today, I had today scheduled out to film a YouTube video for you guys, and I was like, oh, my skin's kind of breaking out, I'm not gonna film. And then I was like, that is so stupid. Like, we all break out, it's so normal, and like, it does not like make us any less beautiful. And yeah, I need to like definitely work on that. That's something that I'm trying to like be more confident in for sure. So I'm now gonna add a little bit of color back to my face. I'm going to take a bronzy shade and give myself a nice little sun-kissed glow. I also think this helps and distracts from anything else that might be going on, so I love to add a little bronze whenever I'm not feeling super great in my skin. I think for me, like growing up, like my whole like young adult life I was modeling. I started modeling when I was like 14, so I always like never thought that had like much of an effect on me, but like as I'm growing older and like reflecting on things, I start to think like I've always been firstly judged on like how I look. That's like the first thing in my world because it's my career. So then when I'm not feeling my best, and if I am having breakouts and I'm not feeling how like I think I'm supposed to look, then I do think it like affects me more than I would like to think it does, because I think, oh my god, people are like, she's a model, like why is she breaking out? But like, models also break out. Like, it is so normal. I think for anyone, like breakouts are extremely hard, and then I think when your job is like how you look and your skin like needs to be near on flawless, then yeah, it can definitely have like more of an effect on you mentally than you would like. So that's why I think makeup is such like a special thing, and like it can improve your confidence so much. Like I already feel so much better. And yeah, it's hard sometimes going to set when I'm about to get my makeup done and I am breaking out, and I feel like that is what everyone's looking at. They're like, oh, the model's like turned up and she's breaking out, which no one is thinking. Like no one is ever thinking it, but you just like think the worst. Okay, I've been dying to use this on my channel because this product is insane. It is so good. This is the Rhode Pocket Blush. I'm using the shade Spicy Marg. I like using this shade as it's kind of like a sunburnt-esque feel, and you guys know how I feel about a little bit of a sunburnt look. Like I love it so much. So I'm putting this on the tops of my cheeks and my nose. I think like adding a little bit of blush when I'm breaking out again is like a nice little distraction. Let's blend her out. You guys can see the magic. It is so creamy and glowy. Like it gives you this like insane glow to your skin, which I don't always find with cream products. So I love this for that reason. So I'm then going to line my lips. This is the Hourglass Contour Lip Liners. What shade is this? Flaunt, number 2 Flaunt. And this is just like a very natural shade. When I am breaking out, I do want to look like I'm not caked in makeup, and I like to do like a natural lip to kind of complement that. Kind of buff this out with my finger, and I feel like this is a very nice like peachy nude shade. Love it so much. I feel like it also makes your teeth look quite white. I'm just noticing that now on camera. So another thing I would say that I think is like a must when you're trying to like cover up breakouts is to have them being matte rather than shiny, but like not dry, crusting off your face, if that makes sense. Like sometimes they need like a little bit of moisture, but I do think like mattifying them down really helps with like blurring. So I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury powder. I really like this. This is their airbrush powder, and it has a really nice blurring effect. So it kind of helps with like the bumps. Do you just also like to take this under my eyes, just so my concealer's not moving all around the place. And I'm just coming really up close here so you can see like it does have this really nice blurring effect. Obviously like this one's still kind of protruding a little bit, but who cares, okay? I care a little bit, but who cares? This is like, honestly, me like a year and a half ago, I'd be like, who is she? Her skin is goals, because I had all here and I would just never film because I was a loser. Okay, since we did just mattify, I will have to go back in with a little bit of glow, because it wouldn't be me without a little glow. I'm obsessed with adding some sort of product that makes me look wet in some sort of way. So I'm using my favorite. You guys will have seen me use this so many times. This is the Refy Gloss Highlighter in Topaz, and I'm gonna put this like all here where I don't have any breakouts, so I look glowy. So I just take some from here onto this side, and I blend this out with my beauty blender, and I take this like all down my cheeks and then up along my forehead. I love a glowy forehead. It's my favorite. On the nose, because why not? And this just adds like a nice sheen back to your face, which I also think makes it look less makeup-y, because if you're just all matte, it's like, is she a human? Is she AI? Like, what is she? So the brand that I use the tanning water from, Salty Face, also sent me a freckle pen, and I was like, I have a freckle pen that I use already, but I was like, let's try this one and see what it's like. And I love this one because the freckles come out brown rather than like orange. A lot of freckle pens I use like give you orange freckles, which I think like some people do have. Like my sister's freckles are a little bit lighter than mine because she's like fair, but I like naturally have super dark hair, so my freckles are literally like dark brown. So if you have dark freckles, this is probably really good for you, because it really matches my freckle color. I feel like that's a very niche thing, but like, if you know, you know, you know? A really good hack with these two is if you do have a spot that's like really tricky to cover, turn it into a mole, turn it into a freckle. I've also done that many times. I feel like I don't really want a freckle right there though today, but if you do have one that's like a little more protruding, then turn it into a freckle. I haven't really been wearing mascara these days, but I am just going to curl my lashes a little with my Shiseido lash curlers. I keep going into an American accent, like I need to be stopped. Somebody stop me please, because it's horrible. My accent is really bad. Like, I'm just a valley girl, you know? Whoa, hello. Hello. We are Kelly. And then my favorite setting spray ever, this is the Until Dawn one size. Although this is mattifying, I wonder if they do a glowy one. Does anyone know if they do a glowy version of this? Because I want to be glowy. I want to be so glowy. Ugh. Trying to like talk whilst doing that. Use a setting spray because otherwise all your hard work is just going to melt away. Especially if you live in Los Angeles at the minute, because it's very, very warm. There we have the final makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helps if you are breaking out at the minute and want to try and cover it up and you don't quite know where to start. I hope this helps, because 14-year-old me would have really benefited off something like this. And yeah, if you have any skin related questions, please do leave below, as I would love to answer and help, as I have dealt with skin issues since I was a young adult, and I would really young adult since I was like a young teenager. Wait, what even is a young adult? I don't know. I've struggled with my skin since I was like 14, and I would love to help anyone that I can, so please do leave any questions below. And thank you so much for watching. It means the world. All your support on every video means so much to me. I literally read every single comment and DM I get, and I love when you guys reshare my videos. It is so cool to see you guys watching like in your living rooms or like on your laptops. Like, it's just really cool to me, and it never won't be. So yeah, thank you so much for your support, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Love you.